Shalom, my friends. Today, we are going to install a new operating system into your mind. We are going to give you a spiritual technology that, if you use it every morning, will transform you from a person who is distracted, unmotivated, and unfocused into a spiritual warrior with laser-like focus and unstoppable motivation. This is not a life hack. This is a soul hack. But first, I must ask you a question, and I need your absolute honesty in the comments below. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your level of focus and motivation on a typical day? 1 is, I can't even focus on this video, and 10 is, I am a machine of divine productivity. Be honest. Where are you right now? Now listen. Our mission here is to gather an army of 50,000 souls who are ready to stop being victims of distraction and start being masters of their destiny. If you are ready to join this army, subscribe to this channel now. It is your commitment to a life of focus and purpose. And if you are serious about transforming your financial reality, I have something special for you. For a limited time, I am opening the doors to the Torah Millionaire Business School for just $299. This is closing soon. In this course, I unveil the full Torah wealth system, the same 3,000-year-old Jewish money laws that built dynasties, protected families, and created unstoppable prosperity. The link is in the comments. All right, let's get to the heart of this. The common enemy we are all fighting is not a lack of time. It is a lack of focus. It is a spiritual disease I call soul fragmentation. Your attention is being pulled in 1,000 different directions. Your phone is buzzing. Your email is dinging. Your mind is racing with 100 different worries. You are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. You are fragmented. And a fragmented soul cannot be a powerful soul. A fragmented soul cannot be a motivated soul. A fragmented soul cannot be a focused soul. The hidden mechanism here is the battle for your da'at. Da'at is a Hebrew word from the Kabbalah that means knowledge. But it is a much deeper concept than that. It means a deep, intimate, focused connection. It is the same word the Torah uses to describe the connection between Adam and Eve. And Adam knew Eve, his wife. It is not just intellectual knowledge. It is a state of total presence, total focus, total connection. When you have da'at, you are fully present to what you are doing. You are not thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. You are here, now, fully engaged. The Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, knows that if he can shatter your da'at, he can shatter your life. He knows that if he can keep you in a state of soul fragmentation, you will never have the focus or motivation to achieve your destiny. And how does he shatter your da'at? Through distraction, through notifications, through endless scrolling, through the illusion that you need to be everywhere at once. The Zohar teaches that when your attention is scattered, your soul is scattered. And when your soul is scattered, your power is scattered. You become weak. You become ineffective. You become a victim. The cost of living with a fragmented soul is a life of mediocrity. It is a life of starting projects and never finishing them. It is a life of having big dreams but no energy to pursue them. It is a life of being busy but not productive. It is a life of being a slave to distraction. It is waking up at the end of your life and realizing that you were so busy reacting to the world that you never created anything of your own. It is the ultimate tragedy. I know this battle intimately. For years, I was the king of soul fragmentation. I would wake up, and before I even said the Modeh Ani, I would grab my phone. I would check my email, my stocks, the news. I would be reacting to the world before I had even connected to my soul. I would sit down to work on a multi-million-dollar deal, and 5 minutes later I would be scrolling through social media. I was addicted to distraction. I was a slave to the buzz, the ding, the notification, and my life reflected it. I was successful, but I was scattered. I was making money, but I was not making a difference. I was busy, but I was not fulfilled. My soul was in 1,000 pieces. I remember one particular day that was the wake-up call. I was in a meeting with a potential partner, a deal that could have been worth tens of millions of dollars. And, in the middle of his presentation, my phone buzzed. I looked down. It was a notification from Twitter. Some random person had replied to one of my tweets. And I lost focus. I started thinking about the tweet, about what I should reply, about what other people were saying. The man across the table was still talking, but I wasn't listening. I had left the room. My body was there, but my soul was somewhere else. He noticed. He stopped mid-sentence and said, "Are we boring you?" I was humiliated, and I lost the deal. I lost a multi-million-dollar opportunity because I couldn't stay focused for 5 minutes. That was the moment I realized, I have a problem. I am not in control of my attention. My attention is controlling me. Now, let me show you the ancient Jewish technology for creating unshakable focus and motivation. It is a practice that has been used by sages, warriors, and kings for thousands of years. It is the practice of hitbodedut. Hitbodedut is a Hebrew word that means self-seclusion. It is the practice of spending a dedicated amount of time each day in solitude, speaking to God in your own words. It is a conversation with the Creator of the universe. It is the ultimate tool for gathering the fragmented pieces of your soul and forging them into a laser beam of focus and motivation. This is not meditation. In meditation, you are often trying to empty your mind. In hitbodedut, you are filling your mind with God. You are pouring out your heart. You are talking about your dreams, your fears, your struggles, your gratitude. You are having a real, raw, honest conversation with your Creator. The great Kabbalistic master, Rebbe Nachman of Breslov, taught that hitbodedut is the greatest and highest path to serving God. He said that 1 hour of hitbodedut a day is more powerful than all the other spiritual practices combined. My personal breakthrough came when I was at my lowest point of soul fragmentation. I was working on a deal that was falling apart. I was stressed, anxious, and couldn't focus for more than 5 minutes at a time. My relationships were suffering. My health was suffering. I was on the edge of a breakdown. I went to my rabbi, a man who had known me since I was a child, and I poured out my heart. I told him, "I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't focus. I can't think. I'm drowning in distraction." He looked at me with such compassion and said, "You're not losing your mind, you're losing your soul, and I'm going to teach you how to get it back." He gave me a simple instruction. He said, "For the next 30 days, I want you to go into your office, close the door, turn off your phone, and for 15 minutes every morning, just talk to God. Complain to Him, yell at Him, thank Him, just talk. This is called Hitbodedut. It is the practice of the great Kabbalists. It is the secret to soul integration. I thought it was the craziest thing I had ever heard. I was a busy man. I didn't have time to talk to myself in a room, but I was desperate. So I tried it. The first few days were incredibly awkward. I felt foolish. I didn't know what to say. I would just sit there in silence, staring at the wall. My mind would race. This is stupid. This is a waste of time. I should be working. But I kept showing up. I had made a commitment to my rabbi, and I was going to honor it. And then, around day 5, something broke open. I started talking. I started telling God about the deal, about my fears, about my frustrations. I started complaining. Why is this so hard? Why am I struggling? Why can't I just focus? And as I spoke, something miraculous happened. I felt a weight lifting off my shoulders. I felt the scattered pieces of my soul starting to come together. It was like I was gathering all the fragments that had been scattered across 1,000 different distractions and bringing them back into one place, into one focus, into one purpose. By the end of the 30 days, I was a different person. I would wake up craving my 15 minutes of Hitbodedut. It was the most important meeting of my day. It was the source of my focus, my clarity, my motivation. I would walk out of that room with a clear plan for my day, with a deep sense of connection to my purpose, with a quiet confidence that I could handle whatever came my way. The deal that was falling apart? I saved it. I walked into a meeting with renewed focus, renewed energy, renewed vision. I closed the deal. But more importantly, I saved myself. I had discovered the secret to soul integration. But here's what really blew my mind. The benefits weren't just spiritual. They were practical. My productivity skyrocketed. I was getting more done in 2 focused hours than I used to get done in 8 distracted hours. My decision-making improved. I was seeing opportunities I had been too scattered to notice before. My relationships improved. I was present with my family in a way I had never been before. My wife told me, "I don't know what you're doing, but you're different. You're here. You're with us." It was the 15 minutes of Hitbodedut every morning. It was the practice of soul integration. Now, let me give you the practical 3-step protocol to make this your reality. I call it the morning soul alignment. Step 1. Create a sacred space. Find a place in your home where you can be alone and undisturbed for 15 minutes. It could be your office, a corner of your bedroom, even a closet. This is your holy of holies. No phones, no computers, no distractions. Step 2. Set a sacred time. Choose a time every morning that you can dedicate to this practice. The best time is right after you say the Modeh Ani, before the world has a chance to fragment your soul. Put it in your calendar. Treat it like the most important appointment of your day, because it is. Step 3. Have a sacred conversation. For 15 minutes, just talk to God. Use your own words. Be real, be honest. Tell Him what's on your heart. Ask for guidance. Express your gratitude. If you don't know what to say, just say, God, I don't know what to say, but I'm here. The words will come. The connection will happen. Let me tell you about 3 people who have used this protocol, because I want you to see that this works for anyone in any situation. Story number 1. Daniel. Daniel was a student struggling with ADHD. He couldn't focus in class. He couldn't finish his assignments. He was on the verge of dropping out of college. His parents were worried. His professors had given up on him. He started the morning soul alignment. He told me that at first it was torture. He couldn't sit still for 15 seconds, let alone 15 minutes. His mind would race. His body would fidget. But he persisted. He would just repeat, God, help me focus. And slowly, miraculously, his focus began to improve. He started to be able to sit for 5 minutes, then 10, then 15. His grades improved. He graduated with honors. He is now a successful architect, designing buildings that will stand for generations. He told me, Rabbi, Hitbodedut was the cure for my ADHD. It taught my soul how to be still, how to be present, how to be focused. It gave me back my life. Story number 2. Jessica. Jessica was an entrepreneur who had lost her motivation. She had a successful business, a 6-figure income, a team of employees, but she had lost her passion. She was just going through the motions. She would wake up every morning dreading the day ahead. She started the morning soul alignment. She told me that for the first week she just complained to God. She told him how tired she was, how uninspired she was, how she wanted to quit. She poured out her frustration, her disappointment, her exhaustion. And then, in the second week, she started to feel a spark again. She started to remember why she had started her business in the first place. She started to get new ideas, new energy, new vision. Her motivation came roaring back. Within 3 months, she had launched a new product line that doubled her revenue. She told me, Rabbi, I thought I had lost my passion, but it was just buried under a mountain of distraction. Hitbodedut helped me find it again. It reconnected me to my purpose. Story number 3. Michael. Michael was a corporate executive making $250,000 a year. But he was miserable. He was stressed, burned out, and on the verge of a heart attack. His doctor had warned him that if he didn't change something, he wouldn't make it to 50. He started the morning soul alignment. He told me that at first he didn't believe it would work. He was a skeptic. But he was also desperate. He started talking to God every morning. He started pouring out his stress, his fears, his anger. And slowly, something shifted. He started to feel a sense of peace he hadn't felt in years. His blood pressure dropped. His stress levels dropped. He started making better decisions at work. He got promoted. But more importantly, he told me, "Rabbi, Hitbodedut saved my life. It taught me how to be present, how to be calm, how to be focused. I'm not just surviving anymore, I'm thriving." Now, let me give you some advanced strategies to deepen this practice. Advanced strategy number 1. The topic list. If you don't know what to talk about, create a list of topics. Your fears, your dreams, your gratitude, your struggles, your relationships, your finances, your health. Pick one topic each day and just talk about it. This gives you structure and ensures you're covering all the important areas of your life. Advanced strategy number 2. The walking Hitbodedut. Rabbi Nachman taught that the best place to do Hitbodedut is in nature, while walking. If you can, take your 15 minutes outside. Walk in a park, in a forest, by a river. The combination of movement and solitude is incredibly powerful for soul integration. Advanced strategy number 3. The listening phase. After you have poured out your heart for 10 minutes, sit in silence for the last 5 minutes. Ask God a question, and then just listen. The answer may not come in a booming voice from heaven. It may come as a quiet thought, a new idea, a subtle feeling. This is the voice of your divine soul. This is the voice of God. Learning to hear that voice is the key to unlocking your highest destiny. Now, for the advanced application. The Level 2 hack is to understand that Hitbodedut is not just a practice. It is a way of life. The goal is to carry the consciousness of da'at, of focused connection, with you throughout the day. When you feel yourself getting distracted, when you feel your soul fragmenting, you can pause, take a breath, and have a micro Hitbodedut. Just say, "God, I'm losing focus. Help me come back." This turns every moment of your day into an opportunity for soul integration. Let me address the 3 most common objections. Objection number 1. "Rabbi, I'm not religious. I don't believe in God." My response? Then talk to the universe. Talk to your higher self. Talk to the wall. The act of verbalizing your thoughts and feelings in a focused, private space is a powerful psychological tool regardless of your theology. It creates clarity. It reduces anxiety. It boosts focus. Just try it. Objection number 2. "Rabbi, 15 minutes is too long. I'm too busy." My response? If you are too busy for 15 minutes of focus, you are a slave to your busyness. The 15 minutes you invest in this practice will give you back hours of productive, focused time. It is the highest leverage activity you can do. It is the ultimate productivity hack. Objection number 3. "Rabbi, I don't know what to say. I feel awkward." My response? Good. Awkwardness is the sign that you are doing something new, that you are growing. The most powerful conversations with God are not the eloquent ones, they are the real ones. Just be you. He already knows what's in your heart. He just wants to hear it from you. Now, let me give you a deeper understanding of why this works. From a Kabbalistic perspective, when you practice Hitbodedut, you are activating the Sephirah of Keter, the crown, which is the highest point of connection to God. Keter is the source of will, of focus, of purpose. When you connect to Keter through Hitbodedut, you are downloading divine focus into your soul. You are aligning your will with God's will. And when your will is aligned with God's will, you become unstoppable. You become a channel for divine energy. You become a co-creator with God. From a neuroscience perspective, what you are doing is training your brain to focus. When you sit in silence and speak without distraction for 15 minutes, you are strengthening the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus, decision-making, and self-control. You are literally rewiring your brain for focus. And the more you do it, the stronger that neural pathway becomes. It's like going to the gym for your attention span. But here's the most important thing I want you to understand. This practice is not about perfection. It's about consistency. You don't have to be eloquent. You don't have to have deep spiritual insights. You just have to show up. Every single day for 15 minutes. That's it. The power is in the showing up. The power is in the commitment. The power is in the consistency. I want to tell you what happens after you do this for 30 days, for 60 days, for a year. You will become a different person. You will become someone who is not controlled by distraction. You will become someone who can sit down, focus on a task, and complete it with excellence. You will become someone who knows what they want and has the motivation to go after it. You will become someone who is present with the people they love. You will become someone who is connected to their purpose, to their soul, to God. You will become the person you were always meant to be. So, here is my 7-day challenge to you. For the next 7 days, you will practice the morning soul alignment. And I want you to know that this is not just a challenge. This is an invitation. This is an invitation to step into the life you were always meant to live. This is an invitation to reclaim your focus, your motivation, your soul. Here are your 3 immediate, non-negotiable actions. 1. Schedule your meeting. Go into your calendar right now and schedule a 15-minute meeting with God for every morning for the next 7 days. Title it